And who are you here with, Al? Your family?
Yep.
Is any of those your kids?
My wife and my son.
Your wife and your son. Big sweat stain right there. Great, that's going to be on film forever. When you're your dad's age, what the fuck was I thinking? How old are you, Dad?
62.
62. You look great for 62. You look like shit for 42, but you do. You look good for 62. I wasn't expecting 62. That's good. And were you in the room when he was born?
Yes.
Yep. Let me tell you something, guys. If you ever have kids, when your wife goes into labor, do your best to not be there. Like, be in the vicinity. You could be in the hospital, you know. You can make her think you're in the room, like, you know, do some sort of voice note on your phone and push, honey, push, and then hit repeat and loop, and then. But when she's giving birth, don't go in that room, because women get crazy when they're giving birth. They say the meanest shit to you, don't they? Because they're in pain. They feel that pain, and then they start thinking, you're the fucking reason for this pain. I hate you with everything in me right now. They just get mean, don't they? Here's the problem, is that women think that men don't think that giving birth hurts. Of course it hurts. It has to hurt. I've had shits that hurt. I can only imagine. How much worse it would hurt when you're squeezing a human out of you. But that's part of the deal, ladies, and I'm not trying to downplay how painful it is. It's extreme pain. I can only imagine, you know? But the positive side to the pain of giving birth is that it's physical pain, which means it'll go away eventually. 6, 7 weeks later, your vagina will snap back together. You'll forget all about it. You'll be walking around, you'll stub your toe, you'll be like, ow, my toe! You'll be like, what about your vagina? Fuck that, my toe hurts. Physical pain is the best pain you could hope for. I used to box, and I would get black eyes and headaches, but after a couple of days, it would go away. I'm not comparing boxing to your box. I'm just saying that physical pain goes away, you know? Because when you're giving birth, all you really need to do, ladies, is lean back and focus. Focus on squeezing this person out of you. You don't have to see what we saw in that fucking room. We can't unsee it. 6, 7 weeks later, your vagina's okay. The rest of my life is fucked. It's been 26 years. You think Al's forgotten? He's not forgotten shit. I'm scared to go down on chicks to this day. It's been 2 years. I'm scared. I'm jabbing my way in. I'm like. It's the worst thing you could ever see, isn't it, Al? It's like watching your favorite restaurant burn down. I mean, they'll rebuild it, you know. But I'm not eating there again. Fuck that, you know. That menu's different. They've done all kinds of things. They put a drive-through in there now. Mexicans working in the back. Is he a good kid, Al?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Was he a smart child?
Always.
He was always. That your dad really loves you, dude. Because my dad would be like, this guy's a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Like that. Either your dad does, either he loves you a lot or he can't stand you and he doesn't want us to know. You know what I mean? Indian dads will say, this guy's a fucking idiot. Do you love him? Of course I love him. That's my child. But what a fucking idiot. An absolute idiot. My daughter's pretty smart. I'm impressed by her. She's only 2 and she's already speaking Spanish and English, which is impressive to me. I wanted her to learn Spanish first because, first of all, she's half Latina and we live in California, so, you know, I wanted to at least know the language of California. Spanish is a very helpful language in California. I mean, you go to a restaurant, you want your car back from valet, you want to know like what to say, you know what I mean? So you know what I did? I told my ex-wife's family, they're from Ecuador, I said, do me a favor, please only speak to the baby in Spanish. They were like, no problem. Hey, do you want us to teach her English too? Nah, I got this. Last thing I want is my daughter being born in America and sounding like an immigrant, you know? Dad, you coming over? No, sweetheart, no Jews are coming over. Not unless my agent calls. And when you do have kids, trust me on this one. Buy your children, buy your babies, buy them educational toys. Best thing you could do. Because they start learning really young. I bought my daughter this toy, and you push the color, and it says the color. You push it, and it'll be like, it'll push yellow, and it'll be like, yellow, green, blue. But the cool thing in America is all the educational toys have a switch from English to Spanish. I flicked all her toys to Spanish. Now I'm learning Spanish too. Who's thinking I am? Now when she pushes it, it goes, amarillo, verde, azul. Now I know how to say yellow, green, and blue in Spanish, but only like an opera singer. Let me tell you where this backfired on me. A few weeks ago, I was in LA. I needed some yellow paint. I went to Home Depot, and I walked in, and there was a Mexican guy working inside. Inside Home Depot. So that's progress. Thank you, Mr. Obama. And I knew he was Mexican. First of all, it's LA. Secondly, his back was facing me. He was 5'4", had a giant head. There's no neck. It looked like a rock'em sock'em robot that hadn't been punched in the stomach. And he turned around, his name was Juan, you know what I mean? And Juan, and he had the little Mexico flag right there. And when I see people and I can tell what their comfort language is, I always like to try and greet them in that language for two reasons. So that way, first, they think I speak their bullshit, and that way they won't try and rip me off. And secondly, you know, it makes them feel comfortable right away. And when I do say something in your language, I try to say it the best way I can so you really believe I speak your language. But the minute you reply, I get all fucked up, because I've run out of words. So I see him and I go, hola Juan, ¿cómo estamos hoy? He's like, hola. And I'm like, alrighty then. Listen, I make it look like we need to go back to English, you know, because you're at work and we need to keep it professional. So I go, I need some paint. He goes, sí, ¿qué color? I go, yellow. See, mira. And he holds up gray and white and shades of gray and shades of white. And I'm like, no, yellow. See, mira, yellow. No, Juan, that's gray and white, shades of gray and shades of white. No, just say yellow, mira, yellow. No, that's not yellow. That's fucking gray and white, Juan. Yellow, mira, yellow, ice. I don't care what your favorite song is right now. I just want yellow paint. See, mira, yellow, ice. I didn't know that yellow meant ice in Spanish. I didn't know that. That's not on the toy. So I get in this big argument with the guy. I'm like, no, not fucking ice, Juan. Yellow. See, mira, yellow. Stop saying mira, yellow. This is not yellow. Mira, yellow, ice. Stop saying yellow ice. I don't want yellow ice. That's disgusting, first of all. I just want yellow. Mira, yellow. Stop saying mira, yellow. Yellow. No say. Stop fuck. What do you say then? No say. Turns out he had the same toy at home. He goes, oh, you mean yellow? I want to be strict, you know. I want to be strict with my daughter. She's only 2, so I can't really gauge how I'm going to be with her yet. I want to be like my parents, but not as crazy. Because Indian parents are a little crazy with their kids, you know. And I want to be like a white parent. I love watching white people talk to their kids. White parents have this way of speaking to their children like they're humans. It's beautiful to watch, you know? But I think white parents, I can't be as lenient as a white parent, because white parents, you take it a little too far, you know? Like, you give your kids options. They're a fucking kid. They shouldn't have any options. I was in the mall the other day. I saw a white lady in the food court, and she said to her 5-year-old son, she goes, "Sweetheart, what do you want to eat for dinner?" And the kid goes, "I don't know." "Okay, well, when you figure it out, you let mommy know, and I'll make it for you, okay? I love you." She asked a 5-year-old what he wanted to eat. Not, do you want this or this? What? He could have said, I want shoes. I want to eat a pair of shoes. She would have had to make him a pair of shoes. I can't even comprehend, like, I grew up in an immigrant house. Let me tell you something. In an immigrant house, mom does not, there's no dinner for the adults and dinner for the children. Mom does not care what the fucking kids like. Mom does not cook for the kids. Mom cooks for dad. Whatever dad liked is what you were eating for dinner. That's the way it worked. It doesn't matter what your dad liked, that's what you were having for dinner. It turns out my dad used to love molten hot plates of lava. I was the only 5-year-old farting fire at 5. They used to call me dragon ass at school. But white parents explain things to their kids, you know? They do. They take the time to do that. That's nice. Indian parents, they're the worst. If they don't want you to do something, they will make up the most insane story as to why you shouldn't do something and scare you into not ever thinking about doing it. And you don't think your parents are creative, so they're like, they couldn't be making that up. That must have happened, you know? I'll give you an example. I grew up just outside of Toronto, a small town called Brampton, and B-Town represent. And I grew up in these townhouses, and all the driveways were attached in the townhouses. And at the edge of the driveway was a road, well, a major road where all the cars can drive. We were obviously not allowed to play on the road. We were only allowed to play on the driveways, for obvious reasons. Now this was the white lady next door telling her son not to play on the road. "Sweetheart, mommy doesn't want you to play on the road."
Why not?
"'Cause it's not safe."
So?
"So you could get hurt."
I don't care.
"Well, I do."
So?
"If you get hurt, you'll make mommy sad. Do you want to make mommy sad?"
No.
"Well, then be a good boy and play in the driveway."
Okay.
"I love you." It was so good, she explained it to him. She told him why he shouldn't do it. She gave him the consequences as to what could happen. He had all the information he needed to not play on the road. And you know what? He didn't play on the road. Not my dad. This is my dad telling me the same thing. Russell! Don't go on the road. You'll get hit by the car and you'll break apart. Not I might get hit by a car. No, I will get hit by the car. Apparently there's only one car in my neighborhood, and I was going to get hit by it, and I was gonna break apart. How the fuck do you break apart? When I was a kid, I thought I was made out of Lego because I was gonna break apart one day.
Comedy Now, Uncensored, starring Russell Peters. Please welcome Russell Peters.
Look at this audience, man. It's like a Benetton ad. Man, this is good. This is a lot of different kinds of people here tonight. Good evening, folks. You all right? Yeah. Well, one Indian guy's all right, and the rest of you are okay, so that's good. Oh, that's crazy, that laugh. All right, good. It's good to be back. I was at my parents' house about a month ago, and I was watching TV with my dad, right? We were sitting in the living room watching TV, and they had like the gay pride parade was on that weekend. And well, whatever makes you happy. And they were showing, they had like a live feed, not like a live feed, but like they were showing the parade, right? They were showing it on TV, right? So, but would you grow up? All right, so we're watching it, right? We're watching the parade, right? And then all of a sudden, these 3 gay Indian guys came on the screen, right? I don't mean came on the screen, but I mean they appeared, right? So I'm watching it, right? And these 3 gay Indian guys are like, hey, we are Indian and we're gay. We represent the gay South Asian community. And my dad looks at me and he goes, that is disgusting. Do you know them? I was like, why the hell would I know them? Because they are of the gay, and you are in the entertainment business. Then my dad started to get really irritated with them, you know, because they just kept showing them on the screen. It didn't really bother me, you know, because it's just, you know, it's gay pride and they're just being proud and gay, right? So my dad started to get really irritated with them, going, this is wrong. We should not have gay Indians. Indian men should not be gay. I go, Dad, we got a population crisis over there. We could use a couple of homos in India right now, you know what I'm saying? I love it when people concern themselves with stuff that's never going to affect their lives. You know what I mean? Same-sex marriages, I got bigger things to worry about than a same-sex marriage. I got to worry about an arranged marriage. You know, be out of control when they got same-sex arranged marriages. That's when it's going to be out of control. You know what I mean? Indian family realizes their son's gay when he's young, you know? We must find him a nice boy. Someone from a good family and a big closet. Arranged marriage is a big problem in my community, man. You know what I mean? It's not so much a problem, it's a problem if you want it to be a problem. I mean, it's a problem for me, you know what I mean? My parents tried that on me last year. They came up to me, they're like, my mom goes, Russell, you're getting older now. And you're not married. What if I bring some nice girls home for you? I go, I bring nice girls home all the time. They just leave in the morning, you know. That's a nice girl right there. She's like, no, I will pick some girls and you can choose the one you like. Like, are you out of your mind, man? My mom wanted to pick my wife. I wouldn't let my mom pick my clothes. Imagine my mom walking in with this girl. I know she's a little big now, but you'll grow into her. Big deal in the Indian community if you're not married, man. I'm not married. I'm not really big on this whole marriage thing, you know? I love women too much to get married, you know what I mean? Because if you love women and you get married, then you just love woman. I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet, you know? I'm scared of getting that disease too. You know that disease when you get married? One-gina? I don't want to get stuck with one-gina for the rest of my life, you know? Oh, man. I've been doing a lot of traveling. I just came back from South Africa. I was in the motherland. Not my motherland, obviously, you know what I mean? It's black people's motherland, you know. I'm Indian, we have our own motherland. England, you know, I was... The night I came back from South Africa, though, it was funny. I was doing a show the same night I came back, and I'm on stage, and I go, yeah, I just came back from South Africa. Some drunk white lady in the back of the room yells out, yeah, man! I said South Africa. Yeah, man! Not friggin' Jamaica. She'd be better off if she held out. Some people don't like to laugh at that joke. They think it's racist. You ever see that movie, The Gods Must Be Crazy? Yeah, remember the first time you saw that little African brother movie? You were laughing your ass off, weren't you, huh? The first time I saw the movie, I was like, wow, whoever wrote this is brilliant. I went to South Africa, that's a real language. I didn't know that, man. I'm in my elevator in the hotel. These three African guys get on board. They're having a conversation. All I hear coming out of their mouth is, and I'm standing there like a jackass laughing at them, right? Holy shit. I can't believe they really talk like that. Then I almost got into a fight with them because I was eating Pop Rocks and they thought I was swearing at them. Got very tense in that elevator, man. Freaked me out when I went there, too. You guys ever get a chance to go to South Africa, it'll freak you out. You know what freaked me out when I went there? I got off the plane, there was Indian people. Not one or two. Millions of us. And here's the thing, Indian people have been in South Africa for like 6, 7 generations now. They've been in Africa longer than white people have been in Canada. Well, it's true, they've been there for like 6, 7 generations. Here's the messed up part. Indian people were taken to South Africa as slaves. Who the hell uses an Indian slave? Do I look physically ready to do hard labor? My people don't work that hard. Give us a calculator. We'll do your taxes, man. My people don't like doing physical labor, man. We'd make shitty slaves, man. Imagine how pissed off the first slave owner was. All right, Raj, here's what you're gonna do. Get in that field and pick that cotton. No. No. I can't do it. I can't do it. I hurt my back. Let me tell you what we'll do. Okay? Okay, you pick the cotton. And I will get the t-shirts made. And together, we can wholesale it. We don't do hard physical work like that, man. Why do you think you don't see very many Indian athletes? You think I see an Indian guy in the NFL? Okay, down, set, hike, hike. Go, run, run. Run with it. I'm waiting here, go. Faster, faster. We're waiting. Glad to see brown people in the audience. That's nice, you know. Of course, you'd be here at the taping. It's free. You cheap bastards. Indian people don't even act like you're not cheap. You know you're cheap. It's in our blood to be cheap. You know, people say Jews are cheap. Jews aren't actually cheap. Jews will spend the money if they think it's worthwhile. A Jew will grab a shirt and go, I don't know. All right, it feels like it's good material. Here's my money. Whereas an Indian guy would be like, I don't know. I could probably get this made for $4. And when you're not looking, he pulls out a knife. How much now? It's ripped. I don't buy ripped shirts. We are cheap, man. It's in our blood. My dad's so good at being cheap that he could convince you that you're wrong. I took my dad to a bar. He ordered a beer. The waitress was like, it's $4.50, sir. My dad's like, okay. Here's 3. She's standing there like, sir, what about the other 150? Don't worry about it. Okay. She's like, no, you owe me 150. I owe you, you owe me. It's the same thing. Go ahead. Don't be so cheap. See some Asian people? That's good. You Chinese? Woo! Saying that could be your last name. Woo! It's That's who can't do business together. Chinese people and Indian people cannot do business together. Because Indians cannot live without a bargain, and Chinese people cannot give you a bargain. Their objective is to get every penny from you, and ours is to keep every penny. There's a really bad power struggle there. I went to this Chinese mall. Some of you may know it, Pacific Mall. That's the wrong place for an Indian guy to go. I saw this bag. I wanted to buy this bag there. I go, how much? I go to the Chinese guy behind the counter. How much? He goes, $35. How about 30? And Chinese people will never tell you no. They'll tell you no, the longest no you've ever heard in your life. Like you just said, the most ridiculous thing they've ever heard in their life. I'll give you 30. No. No. I can't do $30. I sell you $30 today. You come tomorrow. I'll close down. I'm like, all right, well then give me a deal on the purse, man. I don't want to pay 35 bucks. Okay, 1 sec. I talked to my wife. 1 second. Thank you. I'm going. Okay, you seem like a nice guy. I'll give you best price. $34.50. I'm like, that's 50 cents, man. He goes, 50 cents a lot of money. You save 50 cents here, then maybe you go somewhere else, you save another 50 cents. Then you have $1. Then you take your dollar, you go to the dollar store, you buy something else. He starts turning into my money manager or something. Let me financial plan for you. I'm like, you know what, dude? Forget it. I don't want it. It's not a deal. He starts telling me stuff that has nothing to do with anything. I go, I'm leaving. He goes, hey, be a man. Be a man. Do the right thing. What are you talking about, do the right thing? Maybe you don't buy the purse right now. You go you walk around the mall, you see something else. You don't buy, you come back, you say, hey, I want the purse for $34.50. I say no. You don't get for $34.50 now. Price gone up maybe $40. Be a man. You just can't do business, man. We can work together. We just can't work with each other. You know? Good to see black people in the audience too. That's nice. Because it's bright. I mean, I'm just kidding. What, you all of a sudden you sensitive black people all of a sudden? What the hell? Whoa. I grew up around black people. You don't scare me. I grew up around Jamaicans, man. Jamaicans are hard people to grow up around. Any Jamaicans here tonight? They're like the most passive Jamaicans ever. They're like, Bobo lick shot. Hi, man, a brethren is a Jamaican. Look at this. Quietest Jamaicans in the world. Jamaicans are hard people to grow up around. You know why? Because when I was growing up around Jamaicans, you hang around Jamaican people long enough, you feel the need to want to be Jamaican. They just look so cool. Everything about them is cool. When I was a kid, I was like, I wanted to be Jamaican so bad. I started dressing like a Jamaican. I started wearing a little red, yellow, and green belt, and I started talking like a Jamaican. I started listening to reggae music. I started having kids I didn't know about. I did everything that I possibly could. But you know what the shitty thing is? A Jamaican will never act like you. You're never gonna see a Jamaican guy that grew up in a bunch of Indian guys walking around going, hey baby, wappening, wappening. Not gonna happen, you know? Felt bad for my dad because he tried fitting in with my Jamaican friends when I was growing up. You don't ever want a man from India trying to speak like a Jamaican at any point during his life. My friends would be in the living room, my dad walking, okay, come on, Marlon, move your bumbo clot and go home. My dad thought punani was a tropical fruit. It is if you think about it. For the older white folks that look confused right now, punani is the Jamaican word for a woman's. You know what I'm saying? For her pum pum. My dad thought it was a tropical fruit. One time when I was a kid, I was sick and I was messing around with my dad. He came in and goes, oh my God, son, you're sick. What can I get you? I go, Dad, I love punani. My dad went to the Jamaican store. Hey lady, where's your punani? My son is at home sick. He needs punani right now. Give me two. Is it right? Let me squeeze it. No seats. When I was in South Africa, I heard real African names. My child's gonna get an African name, I don't care. Real African names are wicked, man. I was at this casino in South Africa, right? I'm playing blackjack. Or African American Jack. All right, I'm playing 21, right? And I look at the dealer, right? It was an African dude. I think they put this guy there just to confuse you when you're gambling. Because I looked at his name tag, I swear to God, the guy's name was spelled exclamation mark X-O-B-I-L-E. And I'm like, how the hell do you say that? So I'm not from there. I thought I'd take a shot, right? I'm like, yeah, could I get another card there? Somebody. Could I get another card there? Somebody. See, because I thought you had to start big, you know? Because the exclamation was at the beginning of the name, right? Like, if it was a question mark, I'd be like, Dobile? But it was an exclamation, so I'm like, Dobile! And he looks at me and he goes, please do not yell in the casino. I go, I'm not yelling, man. I'm just trying to say your name. He goes, that is not how you say my name. I go, well, how do you say your name? I swear to God, man. The guy goes, my name is pronounced Bile. He had a click in his name! The guy's name was Bile. I don't care. My first child's getting a click in his name. I don't care, man. This is my son, Hustle. The guy's name was Bile. It sounds cool when we're just saying it to each other, right? Bile. But think about how that must slow down his sex life, you know? Imagine he's in there with his woman, they're making love. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Say my name. Say my name. Oh, my God. Bile. Mess up the whole vibe, man. I went to Italy. Italy was cool, man. You know, it was wicked when I went to Italy. This freaked me out. Brown people, you got to go to Italy. It'll mess them up. I went to Italy. The Italians thought I was Italian. And I didn't have the heart to tell them I wasn't Italian, right? Because it seemed kind of cool to be Italian for a little while. Until they started speaking Italian to me. Then it just looked like I was retarded, you know? Because they're walking out there on the street. Ah, signore, sono dove cordici, pascodonte, pascatini, maridote, mariti. Che mariote, che maridote. Sì. See, man. Then when I told the guy I was Indian, he would freak out. Indiano?
No Indiano. No Indiano.
Mario, che cazzo va Indiano? No, no Indiano. Like I told him I was a freaking ghost or something.
No.
Because they can't picture Indian people that are just normal over there, you know? And in their heads, Indian people are... And we show up and shatter their miserable dreams for them. You guys get a chance to go to Italy, it's cool, man. You don't even need to learn how to speak Italian, that's the good part. All you need to do is learn how to read their hand signals. Because every word in Italian has a hand signal that goes with it. Everything. It's like they all used to be deaf at some point, you know? Everything. Hey, 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 down here, hey. What the fuck? Did you know that? I swear to God, this in Italian, you know what this means? This is what the fuck in Italian. Right here, this little hand motion is what the fuck. They'll look at you and they'll go, hey! This is what the fuck in Italian. You know what this means in Indian? You want to eat? You want to eat. Can you imagine an Italian guy walking into an Indian restaurant? Hey, what the fuck? Hey. Buffet is over there. And you watch your language. Or somebody gonna get hurt real bad. My Chinese friends, you all right over there? How you doing, bro? Didn't you try and sell me a purse earlier? Just kidding. Just kidding. What's your name? No, the Chinese guy. You're the black guy. But you know, whatever makes you happy, you know what I mean? My Chinese friend, what's your name, sir? Anthony, that's what I thought when I looked at you. Looked right at me, that's an Anthony right there. That's Do you have a Chinese name as well, Anthony? What's your Chinese name? Say it, you know, proper, however Chinese people would say your name. Don't go, Anthony! I don't want that. I want it. I want the proper Chinese version. What's the Chinese name? Tap Sun Bong? Doesn't that mean you're gonna get high? Hey, you want a Tap Sun Bong? That's a wicked name, man. Tap Sun Bong. I don't know if I'm saying it wrong or not, but this is the way it is now. You know? Sounds cooler than Anthony. Unless you're Anthony by day and Tap Sun Bong by night. You could be like a Chinese superhero, man. It's Chinaman. He got 2 chopsticks on his shirt. Shooting noodles out of his wrist. Catching bad guys with stale fortune cookies. Confucius say, you go to jail, bad boy. I did shows in Hong Kong. I went to Hong Kong last year, man. That was wicked. Hong Kong's a wicked place. I think Chinese people are like the smartest people in the world, man. They're tricking us all. They are, man. They are not dumb people. They pretend to not know English. I went to Hong Kong. They all speak English over there. Everyone. They speak better English than we speak. I'm in this guy's store. I go, you know what? Me and my friend will come back. He goes, your friend and I. Like, well, if you and him want to come back too, that's fine. But not dumb people, man. Don't be fooled. They're playing you. You know what really upset me, though, when I went to Hong Kong? Everywhere you go in the world and perform, Wherever I go, they have a local comedian open the show for us. I go to South Africa, they get South Africa. I go to England, they get English comedian. Went to Hong Kong, I kept picturing in my head a Chinese comedian. I get there, no Chinese comedian. I was so upset because I kept picturing a Chinese comedian, you know? Little Chinese brother running out, opening up the shore. Hey! Hey! Excuse me. Your mother is so fat. That when she jumped for joy, she got stuck. Okay, thank you. Didn't happen. Very upsetting.